Hello, my PC students. Now, this question that I'm going to do is an if statement, but I'm going to incorporate an and condition. Now, and means that you have to meet two conditions. You can meet up to 7 if I want to put in 7 conditions, but I'm only going to put in 2. So it works a little bit different. So watch this video very, very carefully and listen carefully. All right, we're going to go to File. We're going to go to Open. I'm going to go to Browse. And I want to go to my class's drive, and I want to go to PC and teaching documents, and I want to go to if statements, and I want XX conditions 2. All right, first thing, I'm going to save it. So File, Save As, Browse, and I want to go to my drive, my print.com folder, Excel, and my folder called if statements. All right, click in the file name box, press home, type in your name, and put in the current date for you. All right, and save it. Now I want to go to view and zoom, and I'm going to put in 150. I think I'm okay still. All right, so go Control S to save. Now this time we have our if statements conditions 2. We have a summer job, yes or no, and we have the parent's salary given and the grant status. Okay, so the first thing that it asks you to do, it says you have to determine if a student may receive a grant. The student must satisfy 2 conditions. The first condition is that the student was not employed in a summer job, so summer job obviously has to equal no. And the second condition is that the student's parents earn a total of $25,000 or less. So that's going to be less than or equal to, right? And then we will display either granted or refused. All right, so we're going to put in equals if. Now watch. Your if statement comes up. Do you see the logical test? The value if true, the value if false. All right, I'm going to put in here another. I'm nesting another statement, the and statement. Okay, and I'm going to open up and. And the and says, what conditions do you want to meet? And you see you have logical 1, logical 2, and it goes up to 7. Okay, my first condition is that B6 equals, okay, said that the student was not employed. So has to equal quote, N-O quote. Okay, has to equal no. Comma. Now my logical 2, you see your logical 2 is bold. Okay, what's the next one? And it says that the parent earns a total of $25,000 or less per year. All right, so I have to go to the salary, and it has to be less than or equal to. Okay, less than or equal to 25,000. Now, 25,000 does not have quotation marks because those are values. All right, now close your parentheses. That's the end of your 2 conditions. All right, and press enter. Oh, pardon me here. I'm missing one. What did I do wrong? Okay, my fault. I said press enter, and I should have said make sure your cursor's here at the end. And now put in your comma. All right, so you see if and B6 equals no and C6 is less than. So both conditions must be met. All right, so now the if statement comes back to play, and it says I've already got the logical value. So what is the value if true? The value if true we are supposed to put in granted. So we want to have quote granted. Oh, not guaranteed, granted. Okay, quote. And now comma, and my value if false is refused. So, therefore, I want to put in refused. And quotation marks, and now close my parentheses. So note you have the red parentheses for your and statement. Both conditions must be met. Then you have the black ones for your if statement, where if these 2 conditions are true, you're going to put in granted. Otherwise, you're going to put in refused. All right, so the first one gets refused because the parent's salary is too much. All right, so now Granted Bill because he doesn't have a summer job and his parents' salaries are under $25,000. Now Luke didn't. He got refused because his parents' salary is more than $25,000, and Elton got granted. So quite easy actually. Go Control S to save. Okay, so now we're going to try. Now this was an and condition. So let's take a look here one more time. And I'll widen this column here. Now remember, both conditions had to be met because it was and. All right. Now, this time we're going to look at the second part. And it says you've been asked to calculate the commission for each salesperson. The usual commission is 7%, but if the salesperson has more than 5 years of experience, or if their sales are $2,500 or more, then the commission rate is 12%. Okay, so what we've got to look at is that if the person's sales experience is greater than 5 years, 5 or more, 5 years or more, or 5 years, greater than 5 years. So remember that. It doesn't say equal to, greater than 5 years. And their sales are greater than or equal to $2,500, then you're going to calculate a commission of 12%. Otherwise, you're going to calculate a commission using a rate of 7%. So the first thing we have to do is reference our spreadsheet. So let's go here, copy this, and let's go Control V. And now I'm going to press F2 to edit here and put in commission rate. And then I'm going to grab this and drag it down and widen my column here. And now I don't need it that wide, but about like that will be okay. And I'm going to put in 12% here, and I'm going to put in 7% here. Okay, there's my two commission rates equaled. Okay, so I want to calculate our commission, right? So we want to say equals if, and now this time we have an or statement. Not and, it can be this or that. So we're going to put in or, open our parentheses, okay, and what are the logicals now? Works exactly the same as the and. You can have up to 7 logicals, but I want to go to my first logical. Okay, my first logical, if the salesperson's experience is greater than 5 years. So I want to say that C18 is more than 5, okay? That's my first criteria, so put my comma in. And my second criteria is that the sales are greater than or equal to. So my sales then are more than or equal to 2,500. And there's no quotation marks on 2,500 because it is a value. Okay, I only have 2 conditions. Close my parentheses. Put your comma in. Now, what is the true value? The true value is that I get a 12% commission. All right, so I get 12%, and which is absolute, because if there anybody that gets the 12%, it's got to stay the same, times your sales, right? Otherwise, my false value, put my comma in, I get 7% absolute times my sales. And close your parentheses. And again, you can see you've got the 2 black ones for your if statement, and your or statement is in the 2 red ones. All right, so the first person will get $140. All right, and 12% times 2, 2 times 12, 24. No, this person got 7% because their sales were less than 2,500 and their experience, look at here, it was 5. Did they get any count for that? No, because it didn't say more than or equal to. So you always got to watch that. That's important. Now, this person was under here, but they had the year's experience, so they got 12%. All right. This person didn't make either one, so they got 7%. And this person had sales of 12,000, so they got their 12%. All right, let's take a quick look at it. Okay, so here you see you had your sales times 12% or your sales times 7%. And it went all the way down and fit in. Okay, so that's what you want there. Now pick up your dollar sign. So go to Home, Paintbrush, and pick up your dollar sign. Here, you don't want a dollar sign, so you want to get these formatted to match. All right, so you've worked now up here with an and statement, and you've worked down here with an or statement. So please make sure that you go over and listen to this very carefully to make sure you understand it. All right, go Control S to save. And we'll stop there.